Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing up. How y'all doing? We got another special guest. We got Miss LaKendra.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you all doing?
Good.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. How long you been a realtor?
I have been a realtor, let me see, like 18 years now.
18 years.
Mm-hmm.
What got you into being a realtor?
Interesting. I was a social worker. That's what I went to school for. So I was working for the state, and my office mate, she was a realtor on the side, and she would always talk to me about getting my real estate license, but I felt like, I went to college and got this degree. I don't want to, have two different careers. I didn't think it was necessary until I got a couple paychecks in, and I had to take a few days off work to take care of my mom. And once that paycheck came back short a few days, I was like, I can't even pay all my bills for the month. So I was like, tell me about this real estate thing again, how this go? And I went and enrolled in classes. I was actually a loan officer first. I got my loan officer license in 2004. And then in I got my loan officer license. No, not in 4. I believe 05. And then 2 years later, I went and got my real estate license. I was pregnant while I got it. Remember that? So 07.
Nice.
Became a broker in 2011. And it kind of went from there.
So do you have your own team?
I do.
Awesome.
I do. I started my team in 2016, actually, because I still worked a full-time job as a case manager.
Oh.
And once they let me go in 2016, then I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more.
Right.
I'm, going to dive full into real estate. Right. So I created the team literally in 2017.
Wow.
So your show you got going on.
What we doing?
I'm allowing people to, but it's cool. Your show you got going on.
Yeah. I started doing that. Actually, I just started at the top of this year. American Dream TV, just a way to reach a new audience and also to launch into the luxury space. And that's been going really well. I'm interviewing. It's a lifestyle show. It's not necessarily just real estate. So, if you're a business owner, if you have a restaurant, just any attractions in the city, the next filming I'm doing it will actually be a luxury listing. And then I am hoping to get the Warwick on camera, the owners of the Warwick, just to kind of showcase that restaurant because it's literally in the same area as the property. So that's kind of the take I spin on it. With every episode, I like to do interview an entrepreneur or a business owner, and then also wrap some real estate in it. Last month, I went to TSU, my alma mater, and we interviewed some staff there. And then I went and kind of got some takes of the Third Ward area.
Wow.
Was it important for you to go to like a black college?
Yes.
It was?
Because it was Black History Month.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know if any of you are familiar with American Dream TV, but it's really like kind of vanilla. So I know that episode was off base, but that's fine. I'm totally fine with it because my goal with it is to put my spin on what's special about Houston from our perspective.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
It's important to stand out.
Exactly.
You said what channel? You said what? American Dream
it
TV?
comes on various channels. So CW Network, HGTV just picked it up. I believe the Travel Channel. They'll be releasing on the Travel Channel in the spring, and then it comes on all your apps.
Oh, wow. So what's the process of getting your show on these?
Well, I'm on their show. So the process is, I guess, kind of they seek you out based on maybe what they see on social media and whatnot. And it's a little bit of a screening process. Definitely nothing too difficult at all. I'm not a person who I consider to be camera savvy. But I think they generally look for some type of personality there, and that you have some experience kind of just interacting with individuals one-on-one, and that you are at least well-versed in the industry, in the real estate industry. And that's it. They kind of reach out to you, and you go through a little process from there.
Okay, so they reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess you could, yeah.
It is.
So since we're talking about real estate, I got a question. Your first property you sold, tell us about
Oh,
that.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
My first property I sold, I was already a loan officer, so I just held my real estate license at the same company that had my mortgage license, and I passed that test on a Friday, and Monday they were like, "We have a deal for you."
Wow.
So I was like, "Oh," I was really nervous at that point.
And this was what year?
This was I got my license in 07, so 07. 2007.
Okay, not that long ago.
I was I remember praying like, I hope she don't like this house, because I didn't want to write a contract on it, because I didn't know how to do a contract. So every house we showed, I was just like, I hope she don't like it. I hope she doesn't. And we got to one day, there was 2 homes. She wanted me to put offers on 2 houses. Wow. And I was so scared. And the times were way different back then. We were still handwriting contracts.
Where were they located? In Houston?
Yeah, they were in Houston. Both of them were like southeast Sagemont area. So like Beltway 45.
Yeah. That's where my parents
Oh, really?
live at. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where he lives at.
Interesting.
Yeah. Man, you pointing real hard, man. That's where he lives at, man. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, so both of the properties were there. And luckily, a friend of mine, his girlfriend was a realtor. So I was like, can you ask your girlfriend to call me so I can figure out how to do a contract? And she kind of gave me a mock contract. And, from there, the broker that I had at the time, and this is a very prevalent story in my real estate career, because I met the broker the first day that I hung my license there, and never saw him again.
Oh, wow.
That's how it usually works.
Yeah, was never, every time I called, no answer. So I had really no guidance through my first few transactions. So she was a help. She's still in the industry at this point, actually. She kind of helped me walk through getting those first details done, and both of the offers were accepted on those properties. I never forget.
So how did she choose? How did she choose? Yeah.
One of them was like an as-is property.
Okay.
And this is before Perry went public. So Perry was a builder, but they were custom, and that was...
hold on. What street was this on?
I don't know the street. I just know it was in Sagemont.
Sagemont, okay.
And
was it a new build?
It wasn't new. It wasn't new at all. And actually, when I went in the house, it scared the hell out of me, because there was a big hole in the roof.
Close to
and there was birds flying in and out.
Was it close to elementary school?
I don't remember it being close to an elementary school. Okay. I will say the house that she ended up getting was... The Perry home was like on the right side of the Beltway. The home she actually ended up closing on was on the left side of the Beltway. And it was kind of like...
So I'm trying to picture it.
It wasn't a master plan. It wasn't a big community. This one was a lot smaller, but it was a community of newer homes. And that house it was still a foreclosure. It was a VA foreclosure.
Okay.
And the VA, they do a little bit more to make sure that their properties are living ready, as far as the structure, making sure that there's no structural or electrical inconsistency. So she felt more comfortable proceeding with that one.
She was a veteran.
She was a veteran.
Okay.
Yep. And I never forget, her husband held up closing. Okay, you know when they go over like
for what?
Yeah.
Like the APR, when they give you a sheet detailed out of actually what you're paying over the property at 30, like
he read everything verbatim.
I mean, it's 0%.
Like that had to. It just stunned him a little bit. Like, man, this is what you're telling me. This is what I'm actually paying for the home. So it held up closing for about 30 minutes. And I didn't know.
Long. I thought you were going to say 30 days.
No, 30 minutes. 30. It was just 30 minutes. He was just really like, wait, hold on. We buying a house for, 100 and whatever thousand, and this is what I'm actually paying. So it took him a second to internalize that. And that was my first deal. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. But he ended up closing on that property. Yeah, that was my first deal. I never forget. I got that, and I got a little bonus from it.
And what was your
from the other
commission?
side. My commission on that was probably around $4,000 to $5,000, and then
That's
because I
good
was a
in
loan officer,
2007. That's
I made because I had made money from the loan officer
Oh, you
side. too.
double deal.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was
Oh,
nice.
you had two spoons. Okay.
At that time, I ended up letting Trek changed where then you couldn't be a loan officer and realtor in the same transaction.
Yeah.
So I let the loan officer license go because
Mhm.
it was more money to be made in real estate.
Mm.
Now I wish I had kind of
Kept that loan. Yeah.
Really?
So they write loans like
Yeah.
crazy now.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had kept it.
You can get it back.
You don't want it.
You don't.
You don't want it.
No, now I think I'm more so focused
blessed
on just
now.
helping other agents to build their career. Like
Okay.
that's my focus is the team, and just having a good loan officer to close the
Mhm.
deals. I'm not interested.
Build that team, get that 3%. Yeah.
There you go.
It's good
I
to hear
feel you.
too that from your experience you were able to build off of that and actually change,
Yeah,
the process of how people do things.
because it makes a big difference. Hold on,
Mhm.
I don't want to. It makes a big difference having some type of leadership that you can reach out to. Just for questions, for advice, for assistance. I'm very big on that because I tell my agents, if you call me, I'll walk you through it and I'll get you through that deal.
Right.
That's my alarm going off on my. I'm sorry, y'all have two phones.
Oh, it's
That's
okay.
Forgive me.
Oh, you can pause it. He about to get your gas.
Oh, okay. Can I? So I can go
Yeah, you go.
walk
you
over
go,
there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
I mean, it's still going though.
No, it's fine.
We just gonna cut it out?
They cut it out. Ain't
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah, we ain't tripping, man. We real lighthearted around here. man.
Lighthearted.
It's all love around here, man. You know,
Okay, but
it's all love.
No, wait. Just finish
when he comes back,
Yeah.
are y'all all in real estate?
No, I'm just a real nigga.
Oh,
I'm-
okay.
Me-
That works
I've
too.
been following you
I
for a
mean,
while.
She is.
Really?
I'm
No,
just
we
saying.
are. Me and her. are.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'm
well,
finally
thank you.
selling
I
my
sure
first house.
appreciate.
She got 10 rental properties. I got 11.
Okay.
You got 10 or more.
I got 10 children.
Where most of your
But I think she got like 12. You got 12, right? Oh, she got 13.
In
My
Houston?
bad.
13?
They all in Milwaukee.
Wisconsin.
Okay.
Oh man, I like Milwaukee
Nice.
too, man.
I'm about to sell one though.
Some
It
real
just
ones
went
up
on the
there.
market
Yeah, my
Monday.
bad, Janine.
Oh, really?
So it'll be 12.
It'll be 12.
Yeah. So y'all really live in Chicago?
He said really in Chicago.
Because that's really like a suburb of Chicago.
Yes.
Really. Milwaukee.
It's
like,
a
what,
hop,
45
skip, and a
minutes?
jump.
Oh, that's it?
It's like
Like
45
an
Milwaukee got their own team though. How they?
It don't.
It's
I'm
like
just
San
saying,
Antonio.
It's
It's
like
like San
45
Antonio.
minutes away. It's like driving to Conroe.
It's like San Antonio.
Nah, it's close.
He said it's close.
It's close. It's like 45 minutes away from Chicago for real. It's not far.
It is.
It is?
It is.
I hear
But
it's
the
a nice
property
city, man.
down
They
I don't know why
They got a lot
I
of
hear
lovely
Wisconsin
women there.
and I
That's
never
what I
think
hear.
of us.
Of
Hey, hon.
nobody ever does.
Hey,
I
girl.
always say they're like,
One of my good
Hey,
friends
girl.
from college is from there, and I was
oh
like,
really?
yeah,
You can sit over
she's
there.
from
You can sit
Milwaukee.
over there.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Goodness.
Y'all, this is my agent, Vanessa.
How you
How you
doing,
doing?
Vanessa?
And she actually,
AK, man.
she
Yeah.
co-hosts ADTV with me.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's love
Hi.
right there.
Love your hair.
You got it, or you gonna use yours?
Uh-huh.
You got it. I say you got it. You want mine, or you gonna use yours?
Okay. Oh, I know what phone you got.
The
Girl, I'm trying to get like you.
Man,
I
you
need a little
already know.
assistance.
Yeah.
You already know.
I'm trying to
I
get
do it. I do.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me and my business partner had a whole argument on
Green
live the
bubbles?
other day about the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, you hate on it.
Man, that
But I'm like, you
phone
always want my
hard,
phone,
man.
bro. Keep it real.
Man,
You
every
always want my
time-
phone.
He got an Apple.
No,
I mean, what do you got?
a Z Fold.
Bro, that's
Oh.
like
I got
her,
that.
dog.
Oh, that's what you got?
Yeah.
What I
Oh,
got?
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I got apples too.
He said ooh.
I never took to Apple. I had it for a brief second and never
I got
used
Google
it.
phones,
Just-
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep a lot of
Every
phones.
time somebody send me something green, it like turned me off. I'm like,
Oh,
Son, y'all see they done mess with y'all mind,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
I'm
those
like-
small thoughts.
See what
I'm like,
Blue
I'm
done
like,
did
what's up
to
with this
y'all, man?
green?
Mess
Like-
y'all mind up.
It's been so many
I need
years.
to see
When I say
blue.
I'm cool, my husband, all of my kids, they are literally all Apple. I'm
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
And you
all.
stuck?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you the one that's messing up the chat on?
I am.
Ah.
Actually, I think like all of my agents too. None of them have joy, so they all make their little
Really?
comment.
Man.
It's all good.
Hey,
She's like, I'm not changing.
Yeah, I ain't changing. It's cool.
It's all right. You gotta be different, man.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm okay with it.
Ain't all y'all hypnotized, man.
Yep. But that's why I was telling my
Dang.
business about you be fronting, you be joining in with them, but when we go somewhere, let me use your phone.
Uh-huh.
Let me use
Yeah,
your
they be wanting,
like,
to type on it and everything. Do
yeah.
all that stuff.
So what's
Ooh,
up
it's
with
so
this
nice.
conversion though? When we send these videos and they all chopped and screwed.
Y'all say, man, they do look low
Conversion, what
quality.
what's
Send that shit through WhatsApp. Send it through WhatsApp. What's our group chat that we use?
Because of you.
Yeah, I know.
My one friend always
It's like-
says, "Oh, can you just send them through Instagram messaging?"
Yeah.
Like DM.
That's
Would,
Oh,
would
I'm
you,
like, it's all right.
would you ever convert to Apple? Or you,
Never,
never, ever.
I tried for a second, but it was not user friendly for me,
Mm.
and I felt like, okay, I'm too old to get to try to know something else. So
Listen, I'm
yeah.
like that with Facebook.
No.
I
I was just telling my oldest daughter yesterday. I was on the phone with tech support for her phone, and I just looked at her and rolled my eyes. I don't have these problems.
Hey, we don't have them problems with
Don't.
Samsung, man.
Mm-mm.
It's
Mm-mm.
real. It's real over here. Plus, they can't track you.
Oh,
Oh.
you know that.
Oh yeah, he know.
Oh, I know all that, man. Google phone.
What?
Yeah, keep them out iPhones y'all want to, man. For real.
Oh.
I can find y'all anywhere. Yeah.
Not with my
Well,
location services off.
Oh, he like he knows something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep you a Samsung,
Out.
man.
So what were we talking? We talking about the HGTV?
ADTV.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The network.
Yeah, so y'all are probably, much of my content is probably not going to hit the mainstream TV because I just have a different focus on it. I want to highlight African American owned businesses and areas and individuals. So, it can just be super. The episodes I watch super vanilla, and I just don't want to do that. Yeah, but the experience in itself, I love it. Our cameraman, awesome.
Okay.
But and I look forward to making more connections through it, but yeah, that's it.
So did
It's
you
gonna
have
be
to
my
develop
thing.
your own team to bring them to showcase these?
No,
Or
I
they
didn't.
had
You don't develop your own team.
Oh.
When you paying your fees, like they match you to they match you to your production team.
got it.
Mhm.
Now you can continue to work with the same person, which I have done.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure it was somebody that we were comfortable with and who had been doing it for a while.
Got it.
So I looked up in that aspect, and I've just used him ever since. Actually, for ADTV and for jobs outside of, I've used him. But they kind of set that up all for you. Really, all you have to do is just show up to film.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Had they like caught y'all like in any arguments or anything like that?
No, we haven't. There's been no bad.
Be for real.
That's good.
No,
Tell the truth.
no. Honestly, it's just me. It's just me and her. So it's like real natural as far as conversation. And whoever we're interviewing, those things, the questions that we're discussing, and that's all determined ahead of time. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So really, no. What
So
you say?
y'all good. Y'all no arguments, no disagreements, nothing.
Never.
No.
Not one time.
Let me tell you. So I don't do.
That's a healthy part.
I don't do arguing.
You don't argue?
I don't do that. I'm gonna say what I have
So
to
you
say.
just like you gonna do it or else?
No, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not even telling you you're gonna do what else. This is how I feel it should go, and you can disagree.
If you don't feel that way, then you can go.
He's trying to
You know-
identify what type of leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a.
Are you a dictator?
No,
No?
my leadership style is very like you can ask any agent on my team. You'll weed yourself out.
Mm.
I am not a
You
micromanager.
lead by example.
I am not going to tell you, this is what we do and this is not what we do. No, I'm gonna talk to you in a way. So, what do you feel about that? What are you trying to accomplish with that? Have you looked at it this way? I'm gonna just give you other sides of it.
Right.
I'm not one who's gonna be combative and go back and forth. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I also feel like I don't have to argue. with you.
What's your degree in again?
Social work.
What'd you minor in?
I no minor.
No
So
minor?
just straight social work, which I feel like has helped me in this career
Sure.
in the way that I communicate with people.
In social work, you got to take some psychology classes, right?
You do.
Oh,
You do.
okay.
And so no, you look at things a little bit
Different,
differently. You
yeah.
do. And
know.
I believe that she responds this way or she reacts like this because of. I definitely go back to that. But
You got to analyze people.
yeah,
Yeah.
some of it is my background and then with age too. Once I hit 40, like I'm not arguing. I'm not
What you hit,
arguing
what?
with you. 40.
When you
I'm
hit
40.
40?
July.
Oh, last year, this year?
Mhm.
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh, you young, man.
41.
You still vibrant. You young.
I'm young, but I'm too
Yeah.
old. I'm too old for the back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
feel like
I see what you're
That.
saying.
you know,
Okay.
once I say that, once I say what I have to say, it is
Mhm.
what it is, and you know, we don't have to agree. And the great thing about what we do is you don't have to work with me either,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
You
You have a
true.
choice.
It's a
This
bunch
is a-
of brokers out here.
Yeah, this is all at will. So I'm not going to try to change you. But I have a vision for my team and how we're going to operate and what I want the vibe to be. And I don't have time for negativity. What we do is kind of stressful enough in itself.
Mhm.
So, you know, yeah, that's it. Love it or hate it. I'm okay with it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
You
you-
get, I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
know her.
No, you got it, dog. I was.
Have you ever had like a difficult person that
Yep.
A client.
Yep.
client?
I was going.
How difficult was he? Or was she?
You know what? The clients to me are not as difficult because I'm a professional, so I know how to respond. So if it's someone who personality wise we clash, that's cool. I understand that what we deal with is the most major decision many people will make in their lives. I understand that. So I can empathize with you and I can help you to work through it. What I will tell anybody, I am solution oriented. If we have a problem, the only thing that matters in my mind is how we can overcome it, how we can work through it, how we can get over it. I don't like to sit and stuff. I don't like to dwell in it. I don't like a lot of complaining. That's, you know, to me, that's counterproductive to getting to that closing table. So I've worked with very difficult clients, but in the end, you gonna love me because I'm gonna handle you the same as I would a client that I truly enjoy. My interaction with anyone is just the same. I had one of the most difficult clients I worked with. She was a doctor, I never forget. And she had a lot of negative influence from her mom. So when we were out showing properties, her mom was, I heard her. They didn't know I heard, but I think she was offended. She was like, does she know what you do for a living and this is the type of property she's showing you? So I was like,
Sound
okay.
like hate to me.
Interesting.
But does your mom know your financial situation?
Exactly.
And this is what you qualify for? Because
Right.
I'm not showing you anything outside of the
Exactly.
you
Where
know.
was you showing the houses at? What side of town?
Beltway.
Beltway is that's a long. That's a long.
No.
Big area.
Okay, I was trying not to be so specific. Like
You
Beltway
got
Scott
to.
area, Brunswick. Y'all
Oh,
familiar with
okay.
Brunswick?
Yeah.
I was showing her over there.
Like Third
Okay.
Ward, like South Park.
No, it's south of Third Ward before Pearland.
Oh yeah, I know exactly
Also, like
where you
West
at. Like
Orange?
Cloverland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and what we do,
Yeah.
a lot of people will consider that area as Pearland.
Yeah.
So she told her mom she was looking in Pearland. It was not Pearland.
Nah, that's still the city.
It was not Pearland.
No.
So her mom was already turned off by that. And then when she saw the house, you know.
Still got them youngins outside around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
I already know it.
it was a VA foreclosure. It was a nice home.
You like
it
the
had,
VA. You like 'em.
It was I knew that in her budget in that home and that it wouldn't have any structural or electrical damage.
It's
it
easy
was
to
something
work
that she
with
could,
VA though.
Yeah.
It's easy.
But her I overheard her parents just talking like, oh, you would let her show you something like this? Like, I don't like this area. So at the time, I just had given them the opportunity to walk around the home. I was standing outside checking my emails and I heard that. I never addressed mom directly, but once they left, I talked to her and I was like, hey, let's recap here because I feel like your mom has one opinion of, you know, your situation and you obviously have not told her that even for that particular home, they still had to have a cosigner. Her and her husband were doctors, but they had just finished school, so they had a ton.
Yeah,
of
they probably had
loans.
about 600,000 worth of debt,
Yes.
something like that. I already
So
know.
I was like, don't let your mom sway your opinion. You know what you can afford. We know what you can afford.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Got to start somewhere. Yeah.
exactly, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We didn't end up putting an offer on that particular property, but we found one in the same neighborhood. It was literally the same listing agent. It was still a VA foreclosure, kind of crazy. And we were in contract on that one. And I just noticed her energy towards me started to shift as we got closer to the closing table. And I'm very big on trust. I'm huge on trust. I don't feel like she trusted me. Everything I was telling her, you know, she was questioning and I could tell from her interaction with me that you're going back and asking other people. So I ended up sending her an entire just a chain of my correspondence between the lender and the HOA company, and she saw that I was being truthful in everything that I stated. But again, I still treated her the same. I gave her a really nice closing gift. I could tell she felt bad, but it's all good. Like it is what it is.
They got an HOA in their neighborhood?
Yeah.
On West Orange?
Well,
Oh, I know you at.
Yes. I'm like, they got
It's-
HOA.
No, it's nice over there. It's
You
like
said-
it's a 2 stories.
yeah, it is. It's 2
It
stories.
must be
it's
on
flats,
the
it's-
like
It's
the backside.
It's right next to Monarch where my rentals at. It's like,
Okay.
It's like it's at back
It's
there.
getting better.
on
It's
West
gotten
Arm to the
better.
right. And
It got that like white fence like right there.
you talking about City Park?
Oh,
I'm talking about Brunswick, which is over.
No,
on
it's
the
on the
opposite
other side, bro.
That's on the other
But-
side.
On the other side, 288, man. It's
But-
not
but-
better
No,
though.
it's okay.
Both
Like,
of them have
No, the back
HOA.
part is not better. Yeah, I ain't know
Go
they
ahead,
had
go ahead,
HOA
go ahead.
over there.
No, go ahead, I'm
That's
sorry.
good.
No, that's funny. They do. They have HOAs. I
They
mean,
got the homies over there.
getting better.
I'm sorry.
It is homies. Hey,
they got the
at some point you have to be realistic about
Yeah.
what you're getting per your price point.
Mhm.
So for someone who is a first time buyer and who has a
Mhm.
limited budget, especially like let's say you want to be within 15 minutes of your job and your job is in the medical center, that's gonna be an area that
They just built a Starbucks over there.
they did.
Yeah.
No,
They
that
did
that
go
area
Starbucks
is
over
changing. 20 years
That's
ago,
gonna be off the chain.
it off limits, but now
That's all they do.
it's so close to the city. It's
Yeah.
still 15 minutes away, 12 something like that. That's
It
still
is,
a good
and
area,
we still there.
Mm-hmm.
We are very much still there. But I don't like to lead one, negative any way or the other. But again, depending on that budget, and you
No,
telling me you want to be in Pearland,
No, that area.
but your
right.
budget not at least 350,
Yeah.
we gonna end
No,
up right
Pearland
there.
right there. It's on the other side of Beltway.
Yeah.
It's right there. I mean, it's
Exactly.
literally 2 minutes away.
Mhm.
10-minute walk.
It's right there. But I'm a
Yeah.
realtor. I'm specific. So if you tell me
Yeah.
you stay in Pearland, what's that zip?
Mm.
What's cool?
I forgot Pearland.
That's just how I
it's like
get it,
what
but,
77348 something like that. I don't know.
No, that's 047.
047.
But if you're
Oh, I
going to
know that's
Pearland, you're going to be
047.
584 to the
Oh,
right,
584, okay.
581
Mhm.
further down to the left.
Oh, you see a lot of homes in Pearland, huh?
I do, but over the years you kind of get
Mhm.
more specific with zip
Okay.
codes. I'm
Right.
definitely more familiar south,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. And I'm old school, so we are very zip code familiar. I don't think a
Mhm.
lot of the new agents are since
No,
2000,
no. They
things have
use
changed.
my phone.
Yeah.
Taking shots.
Even the way they search for properties is completely
Yeah,
different
yeah.
than what
Our
I'm used to.
phones. Yeah.
But yeah, because I asked her like, "Hey, look up 048, look up 033," and she's like,
Google?
"What are you talking about? I just know
Yeah.
the zip codes."
Yeah.
Like,
You know them zips,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
hmm
When you outside, you gotta know them zips, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you're knowledgeable and you know your stuff,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell a new agent coming in? Because I know a lot of people see how successful a person can be
Mhm.
in being a real estate agent, but they don't really see the actual hard work you
Exact-
guys
yeah.
put into it. Me being an investor, I see how hard my agent works, but a lot of people don't get to see that
Exactly.
aspect of it. So,
I would tell, and I tell my new agents that 90% of what you see online,
mhm.
first of all, it's fantasized. It's glamorized because in our industry we want to attract, and people are attracted by what they see,
Mhm.
and they accumulate your success by these beautiful homes that you're in, what you wear, what you drive. It's just we have a very vain feel that comes with it. We can't do anything about that, but oftentimes you are seeing somebody's year 10 and comparing that to your year 1.
Absolutely.
And it really takes time in this field. And as a new agent, if you don't have at least 2 years to really dedicate yourself
Mhm.
and give yourself the opportunity to build your sphere of influence
Mhm.
and find your niche,
Right.
then it's not going to work for you. It's not going to be successful. But I see so many agents who are just down on themselves and feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything. It's like it's not your time yet. You haven't put in enough work yet, and putting in that work doesn't just mean getting in the cute outfit and going and posting on
Yeah,
Instagram.
you just got to the league, man.
Yeah.
You just got here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to give yourself time. You have to give your your friends, your family, and even build a network outside of that, because your friends and your family cannot be your only business.
That's true.
If you want to be a top producer, if you ever want to get to the point that you are doing this solely and doing it full time, there has to be a sphere of influence outside of your friends and your family. You are going to burn them out. Some people don't feel comfortable working with, individuals that they know personally. You have to be prepared for all of those things. So it's so many disappointed, oh, and she didn't come to me, and man, been there, done that. And all I can say is you're going to, at some point, you're going to come to me and regret that you did not use me before. It's like, don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. Go and really find those people who are gravitated to you and what it is that you have to say. So it's going to take 2 years. New agents, new realtors. You got to give yourself 2 years.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Maybe 4.
To really do this full time. When an agent, I quit my job and I have 6 months. Ooh, ooh, baby. Average agent takes 6 months to get their first deal. So it's like, just really be prepared for what this business entails. And more importantly, you have to invest in. That's something that I've noticed over the years with a lot of agents is, you all want the business, but you don't want to invest in yourself. This is not a cheap field. It's not. You have your dues, you have your association fees, and then you have your marketing. And I noticed that a lot of agents don't have a marketing and advertising budget, and it will reflect in your business at the end of the day. So just know that what you put in it is what you will get out of it.
You're a seasoned realtor, right?
Right.
Do you feel like some of these realtors wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for social media?
Yes. I'm gonna answer for it. Yes.
I would say this: social media is a huge tool for us in our industry. So yeah, there are a lot of agents who probably would not be as successful as they are without it. But I commend them for utilizing it, because this is the most affordable way that you can really generate leads and build your business. It's the easiest. That's what I tell my agents all the time. Y'all scared of getting on social media, but then you don't want to go spend such and such dollars over here for business.
So easy for y'all, man.
This is the easiest way to attract eyes and to reach an audience that you never otherwise would reach. I'm not a door knocker. I am not. I'll knock the doors on these phones.
Right.
Right? That's how I look at it. So it's just like, you have to pick your poison. But I'm not mad at any agent who utilizes social media. I think some take it to an extent that I wouldn't necessarily go to. I feel like our industry has gotten real sexualized a little bit with some of these agents. I see a lot of that, and I feel it may attract the eyes, but it's not going to keep a client. At the end of the day, you still need to know your stuff.
It's interesting you say that.
Absolutely.
Do you agree? What do you think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm just saying because I see a lot of ass these days, and I'm just like,
yeah. Some of y'all can't sell homes without that.
Yeah. And again, it does. Hey, having that look does not mean that you have that knowledge. Yeah. And a client can tell. I tell my agents all, a client can tell if you know your stuff.
What are you trying to sell?
Exactly. No, that's funny because I see that a lot. Like what exactly are you selling?
Yeah, they ain't trying to sell the house.
Right. But
y'all better pay attention.
That would never be the lane of content with myself.
Right.
It just won't be for me.
We know zip codes, so
I know zip.
I
know zip codes.
It's going that way.
Yeah. No, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a client that you just feel like you was wasting your time? Like,
yep.
Tell us about that person.
And nothing.
You can say their name.
I tell my agents.
Say their name.
I'm not gonna say their name, but it really a lot of the times, and what I've had to learn over the years, investors. Just because, and I understand. A lot of times with investors, there's a lack of loyalty, and they want the deal. They're going to go with whoever is bringing them the best deal. Totally understand that. So I tell my new agents, like, baby, don't go dedicate 6 hours of your day trying to find that needle in the haystack for this investor, because by the time you find it, he's in contract with Keisha over here. So I'm like, you really just want to be diligent in just knowing where to put your energy and not to waste too much of your time. I'm not one who works with more than 2 to 5 investors at one time. I don't have the time for it. I know that they can require a decent amount from you, and it's just not my
cup of tea.
Yeah. No, I'm not interested in going to knock that door. I'm not interested in going to find out who owns that house. So you just have to know what works for you. And there are some agents who I know who have really made a niche for themselves in working with investors. But again, they got their special group. They got their special niche of investors. So, yeah.
What about wholesalers? You have any interaction with wholesalers? I
They
mean,
worse.
do you feel like they're
Tell us how you
trying
feel about it. Say their name.
I'm like,
no,
We're not gonna do it for you.
I have actually my best friend, one of my best friends who is also one of my agents. Her home is a wholesale home. I listed that house for a wholesaler, and I knew that was the perfect house for her. So I've had some great situations come out of working with wholesalers.
What side of town is it on?
It is Bear Creek, like towards Katy.
Oh, Bear Creek, that's nice.
Man,
good schools out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, real good schools.
Good
She got a
schools
good
out
deal,
there. She got a good. As soon as I
Great
saw the
deal,
house, I
huh?
was like, oh man, this for you.
That's good.
So, that was straight out of a wholesale situation. Now, because she was getting lending, and lending don't work with wholesaler, it was like so much I had to do to smack, flip, rub that deal. Oh my goodness.
But it was worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah. So that's just my thing with working with wholesalers is, there's that whole transparency issue, and depending on how the property is listed, and if someone is getting financing, and lenders don't like working with straw deals.
Right.
And then like I've had wholesalers reach out to me to sell a home, and does the owner know what's going on in MLS? Does he know what's going on in MLS at this price? Like, figure all that out, because it's not my. I'm not.
Yeah, if the homeowner see it, he might like,
exactly.
Hold on now, player. I need a little more.
So I've dealt with those types of things, and I'm just, it's just not worth my time or energy to get into. It's going to be a lower price point 9 times out of 10, and it's not worth me playing middleman, trying to change information from this person to this person. Just as long as you figure it out at your end, and this is what I listed for. So I've had some good wholesale deals here and there, but again, I'm not looking to build my business in that niche.
Okay.
It's not for me.
What's the most money you made on a deal?
Ooh, like I did a
top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
I probably, with the bonus, I got like right at 20.
20,000.
Yeah. COVID was a beautiful time.
When
everyone was like, "Oh, how's the market?"
Right.
Great.
Exactly.
Freaking amazing.
What you do with that
no, I did. I paid off some debt. I never forget, and I really invested in my business.
Okay.
I
reinvested.
The first one. What about the second one?
The second deal where I had
deal. Yeah. What'd you spend? What'd you buy?
Okay, well, I'll be honest.
Thank you.
No, but when I'll kind of reward myself based on, if I sell a house that's this much money,
Disclose
I'll get
your reward.
So I'm gonna get
Okay.
the second highest. I went and got a Celine bag.
Okay, Celine. Okay, I don't know who that is.
It.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite brand?
I don't. You know what? I really don't have a favorite brand. I really go in trends. Like I'll be into
what mall?
MCM for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'll be to Gucci for a second. I'll be into YSL. It really just depends.
Okay. The third one. Chanel bag. Okay.
No. Yes, I have.
A couple of those, right? I know.
But again, I'm not one who I don't consider myself just label focused, right? So I have really invested in real estate. Like I think one of the bigger deals I done, I was like, we listed our house. Yeah, I think
so you sold
during COVID,
you sold your house?
I listed my house in Pearland and we upgraded.
With people in it?
I know that's right.
I wanted to be.
Oh, you upgraded?
Yeah, because we were.
How many square feet? 1,500, 2,000?
No.
So you went from 3 to 5 or
no,
3 to 7?
I went from 4 to 4. It wasn't about the square footage though. It was about the scale of the home. So I'm going from a new construction that's just a just a builder model.
Okay.
And I moved to something older, more mature that was custom and on an acre. So
okay.
custom,
That makes
yeah, because
sense.
COVID just showed
Trying
me
to
like, oh
homestead?
Lord, this small.
You trying to homestead?
It's my homestead.
No, I'm saying you trying to homestead. You be in the garden and stuff like that.
No,
No,
I don't. I'm not into gardening.
you ain't trying to grow nothing.
I'm not trying to grow nothing. No. I really, if I did anything, I would build my pool.
Oh,
And maybe a
okay.
guest house or something, but no more than that. I'm not into
So when
outdoors.
you get in the pool?
I thought I was getting a pool 2 years ago. Then I thought I was getting a pool last summer. Now I'm thinking maybe this summer. Well, but I'm glad though I didn't jump when I first wanted to, because again it was during COVID and the prices have literally like they're half of what they were at that time.
During COVID? So you
Because
gotta
that's
be
when
patient.
everybody was at home, so everybody was getting pools.
Everybody was getting one.
So the quotes I was getting were
ridiculous. It make no sense. I know.
Yeah, but then a year later they were all emailing me back like that same.
I need you.
Yeah.
Guess what? I want that pool
So now
$50.
it's like I will definitely readdress that again. If I did anything, it would be
Get that pool this summer.
What's up?
You deserve it. Get that pool.
I think I deserve it. I don't know if I deserve that electricity bill.
It's okay.
That's the only thing in my head that's giving me some.
Just gotta sell more homes. You get this.
See, but you know what? I like your mindset. See, because that's what I tell my husband. That's all I do. That's all I look at it is. I just sell
Get
another
that
house.
pool, man. Tell her
Yeah.
she want that pool, man.
The kids need it.
Yeah, the kids. No, she need it.
The kids want
Kids
it.
secondary. She need it, man.
But you know, I need it, but I probably would never get in it. I don't even.
For real? Why not?
I just want to look at it.
Oh, you just want to say I got a pool. You just want to say it, huh?
Yeah,
you
the
gonna
serenity of it and the.
You gonna get in it.
Yeah,
especially when it get 110 degrees. You definitely gonna.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't get in it.
in it.
Like honestly, I love the yard in my house, but I just look. I don't go back there. I am scared.
So who cut the grass?
Our yard guy.
Oh, yard guy.
We got a real good deal on that cut. Oh no, I am.
I'm talking about the husband don't get out there cut.
He does, but not to cut. For what? Because you need first of all you need a riding mower to cut it. Yeah. But once we got the quote from the yard guy, it was so cheap. It was like, we just brought him from the house in Pearland, but I didn't consider we are back to a creek, and one of my neighbors told me the kind of stuff that's back there.
Oh, you ain't trying to go back there?
Since that day, I've literally never been back there.
No, possum.
I am scared.
You scared?
I am scared.
You don't be fishing back there?
I thought I was until he told me that. I am absolutely scared. I've never gone back there.
Man, y'all deep Pearland then. If
no, I'm in Sienna now. I couldn't find what I wanted in Pearland.
Oh, you in Sienna Plantation?
It's just Sienna.
It's just Sienna. They took the plantation off. People so sensitive, man.
Nah, it's still
crazy. It's plantation to me. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I am. I'm in Sienna now because the Pearland didn't have what I was looking for. That was kind of in a community feel.
Why you didn't go to Manville?
Didn't offer what I was looking for. They didn't have one. I still wanted
Manville's like living in Pasadena.
I wanted the lot size, but I still wanted to feel like kind of upscale more houses. Like I don't want to be next to maybe a mobile home or to like
like living in Pasadena.
It was very specific in what I was looking for.
Yeah, I know where you at. My parents live over there.
Yeah, so that was it. And then I wanted my kids at specifically my oldest daughter. I wanted her at Rich Point for
that's right. Good schools, man. Awesome. Right school.
Yeah,
I already know it. Yeah.
Would you be mad if your kids didn't want to be an entrepreneur like you? Would you be mad if they wanted like a 9 to 5?
Kinda, because I'll be honest. I think that we grew up with the mindset that you had to get a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wish, oh my gosh, had I just taken the steps 10 years earlier, because it really limits you, and especially creatively. That job really had me in a box. And honestly, if they hadn't let me go, I would have never let it go. And
me too.
I can't believe I was just living off that.
In them schools, that's how they design, man.
They train you to.
Yep.
So I would really want my children, and even if they didn't use the license, I would also want them to get a real estate license because it opens up so many doors for you. Because getting let go, I was just like, nah, I got something else I could do, Man, yeah, because that was a tough 10, 11 years.
I'm
I was
surprised they
doing that
let you
work.
go social work because they need a lot of people.
Man, yeah, they let me go and they let my best friend go.
Oh, wow.
Man, oh, you still mad about that, huh?
I feel
We
that.
Was there a reason?
we about to ride on y'all, man.
It kind of came out of nowhere. I'll tell you this.
Mhm.
I was burnt out for the last 2 years of that job.
Mhm.
This is a open part of my story that I always share, and that's why I tell my agents, if you really feel like you want to step out on and do this, dive in, because there's not a perfect time to do it. That last 2 years I was there, I did not want to be there, and I said, the year they let me go, like, this year I'm gonna put more energy into selling houses and see what type of return I get on that. So
that return was
when I
lovely.
tell you I wasn't doing nothing at that job, we already worked from home.
Mhm.
I wasn't doing myself nothing. I honestly wasn't. I was meeting the job description. I was doing exactly what I was supposed to do, and I was doing nothing else, because for years, you know, us little black girls, we was going above and beyond.
Yep.
And we were just taking the little sprinkles here and there that they was giving us, and thinking we was. So once I
little
started
goodie
putting more
bags they
energy into
give
selling
y'all.
houses, like halfway through the year, I'd already beat my salary.
Absolutely.
So at that point, I had lost all interest in that job. And the
So
day
it wasn't a surprise that you got fired.
It wasn't a surprise, but it was a surprise because I planned in my head.
Oh, okay.
My departure, and it was like, nah, I had like mad shit to say.
Say it right now, man.
Like,
say their names.
I saw it in my head.
Let it out.
She was like,
say it right now.
Yeah,
it's an open forum.
And it was
say
like
it
kind
right
of Friday.
now.
Like I was on vacation when I
Yeah.
got let go. It was
Tell
so
'em.
stupid.
Crazy.
Like he called me into the office for a mandatory.
What was his name again? Who called you? What was his name?
We called him D Fry. That's the most I was.
Yeah, D Fry. This for you.
But yeah, he drove down to Houston. We did not.
From where? Where did you drive from?
Austin.
Austin.
He
So he
lived in
drove
Austin.
up. Okay.
Yeah, he came. So he came here to Houston, and we just got a message that morning like there's a mandatory office meeting, and I was like, why is it a mandatory meeting? Like I've never really taken a vacation. We had just moved from our house in Stafford to Pearland, so I was trying to get that situated. And I was like, I just finally took a few days off work, you know, to get things straight. Like, why do we have this mandatory meeting? That was why. To get fired, I was so mad. Like, bruh, I'm trying to figure out my new movie. Like, you could have done this over the phone, just anything.
So what'd you do to him after he fired you?
I told him.
What? What'd you tell him?
Well, one, I asked him to be specific in why he was letting me go. He said, "You just," what'd he say? "You just don't have the same eagerness." And I was like, eagerness? I was like, describe that. And I was like, because many people go to work every day and do a job without being eager. Now, you know, I was like, eager, that's not a word you could have used for me for some years now. Yeah, I definitely hadn't been eager.
Yeah, he could use better words.
But was the job description being met?
Right.
And he would not just answer that question for me. Was the job description being met? He wouldn't say, and I was like, that's fine. I said, because I really feel like you all have been feeling, you know, a way towards me for some time.
Sound
anyway.
personal.
Yes. He had told my boss that he called me one day and I told him I was in a real estate class. And I was like,
that's what it was. Yeah.
Also, so they found out you had your real estate.
Yeah, at first I was always open about it because at one point he was looking to buy property in Houston. So who was the agent that was showing him all the properties? It was me. So I never hid it, but I was like, what I would never do is tell you on your time while I'm being paid that I'm in a real estate class. I would never do that. I would just like not answer the phone, or I would leave the class, like keep it a buck. So, but he had literally told my supervisor that. So I brought all those things up to him, and you know, he kept deflecting. So I was like, you know, that's cool. There was a work retreat that he wanted everyone to go on, and I didn't go. And I was like, that's your problem with me, that I didn't go on that retreat. But I didn't go on that retreat because it was not mandatory. You cannot make me go on the retreat. It was not part of my job description. And again, it did not have any impact on the work that I was doing here. You just mad because I didn't go and socialize with y'all. And
yeah, sound personal.
Absolutely.
you know, at some point I had done it the year before.
Sound like personal with him.
But it takes a lot of energy to laugh and kiki with people who you really don't have. And I was like, yeah, I ain't doing this no more. I was like, I ain't doing it. I'm not going.
Yeah,
and they started treating me differently ever since. So it was such a God moment because he let us go. He fired me that Monday, and literally that Tuesday, state board licensing came in with all these investigations on a number of our foster homes, who me and my friend who he also let go, those were our homes.
Wow.
So they were under serious investigation. Then they falsified some documentation for me and my friend. So that became part of the investigation. They ended up getting closed within a year or so of us being fired. So for misappropriation of funds, it was so much mess going
that's
on.
good, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got out before the fire.
Look at it now.
Yeah. Right.
Good,
What'd your husband say?
It was funny. The day I got fired, like I never forget. I was like, man, let's just go get a drink. So we was in Boudreaux's, and
which one?
The one on 59.
Okay.
And I have an opposite reaction. My best friend, they let her go first. She cussed everybody out. I just laughed. I just laughed like that, and I had started typing up my resignation, like, well, I ain't gonna let them fire me. Then I was like, nah, you go get this unemployment.
Yeah. I know that's right.
So I ain't let that, So I was like, cool. So we was at Boudreaux's, and at first it was real quiet, and I just busted out laughing again. And she was like, why you keep laughing? I was like, dog, God was telling us for the longest, it is time to go.
Yeah.
So I was like, he had to do it for us. So I'm like, man, I ain't tripping on none of that. And it's been, we ain't clocked in since.
She worked with you? Your friend worked with you too?
She my business partner. Yep. We already had a tax business.
Okay. So y'all doing it.
Yeah, so we kind of just went
y'all need your own Lifetime movie then.
Yeah. It's we definitely have an interesting story. So I'm just like, hey, we go grind, we gonna make sure we're good, we gonna make sure each other good, and that's it. Anything I gotta do, I'll go Uber to keep from going and clocking in every day.
Forget them people,
God is good. I ain't had to do that. I bought a food truck. We never had to use that food truck. We ended up selling it. Like,
we on the floor around
I was
here,
prepared.
man.
I was prepared. But my supervisor, why? What did she tell me? Why didn't you just resign? Because you don't want this on your resume. I won't need this damn resume.
Real.
I will not need this. I was like, that would be the last time somebody can ever tell me they won't need my services. Like, yeah.
Where you see yourself in 5 years? 5
years, I see myself with, I think my team is almost to the point I want to here in Houston. I want to expand to Dallas. I do. I want to be in Dallas. And I want to, like right now, I still sell. I'm still active.
Nice.
I don't want to do that though.
Oh, okay.
I specialize in working with new agents who are newly licensed, and I feel like now I'm starting to see their wheel kind of turning. Yeah. So my point is, y'all pull me out the streets.
I know that's right.
Pull me out the streets. Yeah.
Feel you, man. Get out the streets.
That's my goal, is to be non-competing and just really kind of just work on recruiting and coaching and mentoring new agents.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all got any more questions?
Off camera.
I'm gonna ask you an either or question and we'll be done.
Oh, let's go.
Hold on a second. Wholesaling or flipping?
Flipping. I flipped and I love it. Oh, I'm gonna go back to flipping. Flipping.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
How many flips you done?
I've done a handful. Yep, between like 20. I think we did our first flip in it was the same year I got let go. So 2016, between 2016 and 2020, we did a few flips. Then the prices started going up on them, And again, I prefer to purchase the properties wholesale. I'm not going and knocking the doors or nothing. Yeah, the prices went up, but I want to get back into that. Flipping.
Flipping or rental property?
I got a story about that rental. Man,
tell it.
We bought a rental. I tried to get my husband a flip.
Where? What side of town?
It was in, oh my gosh, Ridgegate. I know you know Ridgegate. You should know Ridgegate.
Where?
Off Post Oak and Beltway.
Oh.
You know what's up over there, right? Okay. So
what's up?
I told my husband, I was like, I wanted to flip. He was like, no, let's just get a rental property. Okay. It was a nice home. It was a nice home.
It was a nice home.
How nice was it?
I guess I can't believe it. No, it was really nice. It was, and the sellers, we were able to take advantage of the situation because the sellers had bought a new home, so they had to be out at a certain time. So we did get a good deal, and they really took great care of that property. Had done a lot of upgrades, so we got it for a great deal. Man, them tenants I put in that house. It was someone who had, first of all, he had gone to my high school. I think he was a couple years ahead of me, and I was sympathetic to his situation.
Of course.
He played sports.
He played. Yeah, I think he did play sports.
Yeah, I know.
He played sports. He played me. I know that.
Played you?
He
What- you
played
said,
me.
What was his name again?
I ain't gonna say his name, but you know, man, you know who you are.
Yeah,
oh
point
my,
to him. Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
you know who you are, bro.
You know
like
who
for
you
real. It was
Like, for
you know during COVID when
You
people
said Corey.
COVID.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, my fault.
COVID when everyone was doing the rental.
Yep, the
rental
moratorium
assistance.
period when
Yeah.
you couldn't evict them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, he did that to us.
Oh, he did that to you?
Bruh, we didn't get rent for like 7 months.
Damn.
When we finally made it to court, that judge had threatened to take me to jail. I was so mad. I was going
To
off
take
on
you to
everybody.
jail?
Yes, because I was going back and forth with the judge at that point because I was like, when you enroll people in those programs, you lead them to believe that you are going to pay all their back rent
Yep.
Yeah.
and they
plus
don't.
plus rent up
And they ain't
front.
trying to.
Yeah.
Man.
So they ended up saying after 7 months that the client did not show
Proof of
financial
loss of-
hardship.
Yep, loss of income. I've had that happen.
So now,
Yeah.
so now me and the judge going back and forth because now I got it. So I got a
what'd you say
hardship. So
to the
now what you
judge?
gonna do?
What'd you say to him?
I told them that the program because he was like, we help a lot of people. You didn't help me.
Right.
And I was like, at this point, it wasn't even about helping. I don't feel like it was about helping the tenant.
Did you
Right.
give him the finger? None. You didn't do
Man, I didn't know. I didn't give him no finger or anything,
Okay.
but it was the judge and the case manager,
Okay.
the individual who was working the case. I asked her, I was like, hey, I want to know where you've been through this process. I've been trying to reach you for months.
Absolutely.
And the judge was like, you can't talk to her. You have to talk to me. Well, can you ask her where she's been? Because I've been trying to reach her for months. And I said, you know, in all our court, y'all asked us for all of this paperwork. They really get in your business as the landlord. I didn't even like having to turn over all that documentation to y'all. And then for me to do that, and for you to tell me 7 months later he couldn't prove financial hardship because he ain't have one.
Right.
Because you didn't have one.
They should have knew that at the beginning of
Yeah.
the process.
Yes, but you owe me $11,000 in rent. And he left the house so
I
nasty.
bet.
He left that like my husband thought I was he thought I was fabricating. Then when he went there and saw it, he was like, so you
would
know,
be surprised.
I'm mad. I'm just like, say.
So tell him how you feel, buddy. Don't tell
Buddy.
him.
Well, I already
Hey,
texted you,
you.
but I was just like, I can't believe people live like that.
Right.
Yep.
You have a wife. You have daughters.
What?
Like, I've never seen a home in the type of condition in which you left my place. I really don't feel like you, honestly, you didn't care.
Disgusting.
And
Yeah.
it was so disgusting. I was like, did you stay there? Did you just, I feel like he maybe just left the house to his kids or something and they found something else. Like, it was just something completely shady about the situation. And I know he was like, is this girl crazy? Because I'm just texting him, say, you had piss in my house? So you had piss and it was a no pet
What?
policy?
He did what?
Yeah.
On the carpet?
Man, no, the house had no carpet. We ain't had no
Okay.
carpet in there.
On the
But
floor?
as soon as you walked in,
You could just smell it.
You could just smell it. Just
That's
urination.
the thing about them pets, man.
so the amount, I was telling him the amount of money that it took us to get the home back in live-in condition after not being paid.
Paid?
It was like we had that house for a year and didn't make no money at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And my husband was like, man, sell that. Sell it.
Yeah.
And I tried to get him to keep it, but we made decent on it because the prices of homes had gone up
Yeah, it
so much.
appreciated a lot.
So I think it was on the market a weekend. I had like 24 offers or something. It was just
Nice.
it was
Well, at least
ridiculous.
you was able to
So we
offset
came
some
out
of that.
okay, but I just felt I feel like you moved in that home knowing that you were going to apply for that program. And it was a lot of individuals doing that's not right.
Yeah.
And y'all assume because that a landlord automatically has money because like
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
that.
so I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
you know,
It's terrible.
yeah.
'Cause they see you and they think you have all these properties, but
Exactly.
don't know you may have 4 vacancies.
Yes.
And then you have to continue to bring in income. 'Cause You
Yep.
still have overhead to
Mhm.
pay for
Exactly.
insurance, taxes.
So, I'll tell him, because my husband like, man, look, Kendra, like, don't worry about it. Don't send him that message. Because at some point, I was just getting, I'm like, bro, you celebrating prom? You ain't paid me. Daughter got a
See all
prom.
this stuff.
Yeah,
you was
you kinda-
watching his social media, huh? Watching everything.
He was
huh?
my Facebook friend, so I would just see it like,
favoriting you?
wow, like that's what
man.
you doing, like
Right.
that's
You did
real.
like
Just
that.
oh, okay.
So how are y'all today?
We
y'all, y'all cordial?
man, we're nothing.
Why
Nothing.
would they be cordial?
Not-
I don't know, man.
We
you
are
might have paid
nothing.
the back.
And it was so many people from my school, like, who is LaKendra? Who is LaKendra? I ain't gonna say his name, but you know who you are.
You know. who-
Nasty. You know
Say,
who
man. Do right, man. Do right.
God don't like us.
They would have been on my
Yeah.
Chronicles of a Landlord.
Right.
Yeah, but that right there was like, yeah, I would. That's
you gotta
another
bring-
reason why I
yeah,
prefer Phillips.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, stocks or NFTs?
Neither.
Neither.
I'm not well versed enough in either. Somebody messaged me about them all every day. Only thing I feel comfortable investing in is a house.
A house.
I tried the stocks and stuff online. I don't remember the logins to none of my apps no more. I don't know if I made money, lost money.
Money or equity?
Equity.
Equity. Okay.
People, y'all learn that. If you don't know what equity is, look it up. Equity is money, man.
2 million followers or rental property?
You know what? At this point, I would say a rental property. But I feel like if I knew what I could do with $2 million, if I knew how that could benefit me financially, then I would take that. But right now, in this moment, I don't know how to capitalize on social media in that way. So I would say rental.
Okay. 850 credit score or $1 million?
Credit score.
Credit score.
Credit score.
Okay. That's it. Thank you so
I want
much for
that
coming.
cash.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me. I truly appreciated it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We coming for you, partner.
Terrible.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yes.
Y'all rehash that for me.
You want to
Nah,
tell them?
I feel the
like,
pain.
oh.
I feel the
Yeah.
pain. I feel the pain.
I feel it too.
You know.
Man.
People a mess.
Yeah.
They treat your stuff any kind of way.
Yep.
You want to tell them where they can find you at?
Okay, everyone, you can find me on I'm on Instagram at 5-Star Kendra the Realtor. Business page is 5-Star Real Estate HTX. I'm also on Facebook, LaKendra Harper. I'm LaKendra Harper on Facebook, and I'm on TikTok, 5-Star Kendra the Realtor. I'm on TikTok, but I'm not really on it. I don't know nothing about it, but I'm there.
Oh, I got one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Has somebody tried to like get you to sell a house for them or whatever, and then they was like trying to like flirt with you on the low?
You get that a lot in this industry, but it happened to me when I was more younger and more naive. I think now, you know, a man can interact with me and I'ma handle you in a way where he know
Yeah, this ain't that.
Yeah.
this ain't the for real. Like I really don't have time for that. And even when men are up in your face, oh, you sell houses, like what you really got going on? Like
Right.
even the whole back and forth, the gander of you trying to flirt with me, acting like you want to buy it. Like I don't got time for
none of that.
Here's the website. You can schedule a free consultation. Like if you're really serious about it, you know. Yeah, I had somebody I used to talk to in college try to man go to that website and schedule a consultation.
Yeah, man, buy the house first, man.
Yeah,
Then you flirt.
exactly.
Like that, man. We out of here, man.